Pawn Stars has ruled reality TV for nearly a decade, but it's in trouble. Rick Harrison, 59, verified his son's life sentence and revealed his death. Rick Harrison and Chum have had legal issues with their mothers, among others. We'll examine the scandals that threaten this beloved series' legacy. Pawn Stars, which follows the gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas, has been popular since its 2009 History Channel launch. The show's success made the shop and its owners famous. Brent Montgomery and Colby Gaines of Left Field Pictures visited Las Vegas in 2008 and came up with the show's premise. They based a program on a family-owned pawn store after seeing many in the city. This led to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, managed by Richard Old Man Harrison, his son Rick, and Corey Big Hoss Harrison. They co-owned the pawn shop until Richard's 2018 death. The show showed the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop's regular activities, customers' unique objects, and the owner's valuations. Richard Harrison founded the shop to buy and sell gold and silver. After decades of experience and a pragmatic strategy, the establishment is a pawn industry leader. His keen humor and forthrightness won many reality TV lovers. With his father's entrepreneurial skills, Rich Harrison joined the program at a crucial time. Besides transactions, the pawn business was about the stories behind the things. Pawn Stars premiered on History Channel in 2009 to critical acclaim. After Richard Harrison's death, Rick Harrison and his three sons became stars. Pawn Stars focused on the shop's fascinating antiques. In 2018, from Civil War relics and historical coins to celebrity memorabilia and antique firearms. Their backstories often captivated audiences. Rick Harrison's knowledge in gold, silver, and collectibles made the show successful. He explained the value of various things. His charm and humor helped him negotiate with buyers. Rick's three sons, including Corey, periodically participated on the show, adding to its appeal. Pawn Stars, starring Adam and Jake and the Harrisons, became a cultural phenomenon, garnering millions of viewers and making the Harrisons famous. The show mixes unpredictable consumer interactions, historical relics, and family dynamics. The Gold and Silver Pawn Shop gained public attention due to its success. The show's popularity led to spin-offs, souvenirs, and international fame, attracting tourists to see reality stars and pawn shop transactions. The Harrisons built an empire from a little pawn store with their financial acumen and screen appeal. Adam Harrison, Rick Harrison's son, has had a turbulent existence. Rick announced his son's terrible death at 59. A police record shows Adam was detained before his death. On Friday, Las Vegas police responded to a complaint about Adam, an unresponsive person. After arriving, they confirmed his death and revealed more about the days before. Adam was reportedly living in a guest home on the property after serving a 3-month prison sentence, but the reasons are unknown. He was in prison, but the landlord said he offered him the guest house out of kindness. In addition to Adam, the officers interviewed his roommates. Adam had not lived at the main house for a long time, and when they contacted him, he claimed to be ill and in quarantine. No response from Adam Harrison led the housemates to bang on his door for several days. After contacting the landlord, they opened the suite and found him dead. Adam had barely lived on the property for 2 weeks and acted strangely. Adam's months in prison were surprising for a prominent figure's son. The reality show star, just freed from prison, often hid in his little guest house. It was believed by his roommates that he was taking drugs and had served 3 months in prison for connected offenses. Adam Harrison, Pawn Stars Rick Harrison's son, was said to have had trouble thinking before his death. A neighbor in an RV between the main and guest buildings reported his suspicious conduct, including barricading himself inside and putting furniture against the doors. His comments were often illogical, and she recounted his reaction to certain events. A boyfriend allegedly left 2 black eyes on himself to avoid assaulting the new boyfriend. Rick Harrison said that his son Adam died of a fentanyl overdose weeks after his death. Adam had used alcohol, fentanyl, and painkillers. 2 bottles of a substance, foil with an unidentified tablet, lighters, and straws were found next to his bed by authorities. Rick blamed a fentanyl overdose for his son's death and slammed the border situation. His tweet read, "Yes, I can confirm Adam died from a fentanyl overdose. The situation in this country appears to be spreading without appropriate action. Thus, it must be addressed immediately." We must respond better. Adam Harrison, 39, died of fentanyl and methamphetamine poisoning, according to the Clark County Coroner Medical Examiner. He wrote, "You will always be in my heart. I love you, Adam." His son appeared little on the long-running reality show, but he was often on social media. Overdose deaths in the U.S. totaled 112,000 in 2023, including Adam Harrison's. For the first time, fentanyl's destruction resembles the 1,980s crack cocaine and early 2000s opiate epidemics. Fentanyl, a Schedule II banned narcotic like morphine but 100 times more strong, can kill at 2 mg, less than a grain of salt depending on body size. According to the Drug Enforcement Administration, Pawn Stars originator Richard Harrison died in 2018. 4 years later, their business was embroiled in lawsuits and family betrayals. Rick Harrison was deeply saddened by Adam Harrison's death in 2024. Joan Harrison, Rick's mother and Richard's spouse, died in February 2022. His wife filed a Nevada state court case over family assets and the gold and silver pawn shop. Joanne claimed that her son Rick forced her to sell her 51% pawn store interest while she was comatose. She further claimed that Rick stopped paying her part of the business profits, reduced her ownership without her consent, and blocked her access to the family trust. She also claimed Rick hid a $3 million loan secured by her assets. She sued Rick for an asset accounting, unspecified damages, and a court injunction against him using her finances. She also sought a temporary restraining order to stop Rick from harming her. Joanne accused Rick of not providing financial evidence for assets over $500,000 in her legal papers, deepening her skepticism. She further claimed Rick stopped her $225,000 annual payments in 2020, which she was entitled to as a shareholder and family heritage. Financial strain and accused withholding of information deepened their divide, turning private grievances into a public family war. Rick claimed that external factors were influencing his mother's decisions and that he had tried to contact her several times in recent months without success. Rick's father's death revealed family issues. After the patriarch's death, the family struggles with legal issues and betrayal, tarnishing their pawn empire. Despite Rick's public protestations, the family business's ownership and finances are disputed, hurting Pawn Stars and his reputation. The case shows how family, celebrity, and commerce interact, causing problems when trust is broken. The show's audience had long seen the Harrisons as a unified family trying to sustain their business. The legal disputes contrasted this image. Rick Harrison faced another hurdle during the COVID-19 outbreak, which affected businesses worldwide, including the gold. The History Channel's broadcast made Silver Pawn Shop famous, which had annual profits above $1 million. The pawn shop's revenue dropped to $6 in 2020, one of its hardest years. Pawn Stars owner and star Rick Harrison frankly discussed epidemic challenges. The pawn shop's business declined as Las Vegas, a tourism-dependent city, saw less travelers. Usually packed with people eager to explore its mix of history and pop culture, the shop fell silent. The lack of in-person contacts reduced the range of unique objects brought in for sale or pawn, a key part of the store's TV appeal. Rick saw epidemic tendencies and financial problems at the shop. Customers were more willing to buy despite economic concerns. Harrison suggested that government stimulus payments and inflation created a strange situation in which people were cautious and willing to invest in costly or collectible objects. A customer tried to sell a bag of human skulls, which was shocking. He declined the deal even though it was funny and could be a show theme. Unusual events were common at this time. The epidemic highlighted store and individual struggles. He recalled the 2008 financial crisis while discussing the pandemic. His show debuted a year later. He pitched Pawn Stars to investors for 4 years, but many were suspicious, asking if people would want to watch 4 overweight men at a pawn shop. After its release, the show grew in reality TV and gained global recognition. Rick Harrison is embroiled in more than just family deaths and property issues. In addition to Rick Harrison and his sons, Austin Chumley Russell has been a significant figure on the show. Numerous legal disputes have hurt the show's ratings and changed audience perceptions of him. His off-screen life is full of controversy and police intrusions despite his humorous TV character. His 2012 Hollywood arrest for a minor violent altercation prompted questions about his behavior. After a police raid on his Las Vegas home in 2016 over unproven allegations, his legal difficulties increased. Unregistered guns, cocaine traces, and a large stash of marijuana and methamphetamine were found by officials. He was charged with 19 narcotics possession and 1 felony weapon. Chumlee took a plea deal to avoid jail time after facing more accusations. He avoided jail time by pleading guilty to firearms and misdemeanor drug possession, but he had to undergo probation and therapy. His behavior was publicly apologized for. The incident impacted the reality show, with fans tuning in to see his destiny. Some viewers liked his authenticity, while others disliked his controversies. The show's producers allowed Chumlee to return as he tried to repair his image. Unlike Chumlee, Rick Harrison's reputation is tied to the Pawn Store. His other son, Corey, often appears on the show, has also been scandalized. Rick, 59, confirmed his son's life sentence, citing an overdose. Rick strives to keep Corey safe after losing a son. Public wrongdoing has brought Corey unwanted exposure despite his financial ability and on-screen charisma. Corey was disruptive on a motorbike excursion. After urinating in public and fighting in a bar, he was booted from the establishment, causing negative press and public conduct problems. Corey also was sued for breach of contract and damages when the RV's owner claimed Corey didn't return it in good condition. This legal battle raised questions about his actions. After his mistakes were widely reported, Corey apologized and acknowledged their damage to his personal and professional reputation. He is improving, but the instances have raised questions about his professionalism and conduct. Corey is a key Pawn Stars character and his father's assistant despite his past. Despite criticism, he is staying on the show and moving past these issues. After Richard Harrison, its originator, died, Pawn Stars has had many scandals. Rick Harrison lost his son, Def Fentel, in a legal battle with his mother. Chumlee was arrested for weapons, while Corey was accused of wrongdoing. A second show expert has also been involved in disputes. Johnny Jimenez Jr. was arrested for domestic assault after pulling his girlfriend to the ground while intoxicated. This scandal brought attention to the show. He and his father, Richard, were sued in May 2012 by a crippled Vietnam veteran who accused them of abusing him at their gold and silver pawn shop in fall 2011. The veteran sued, stating that they choked and dragged him around the store, causing another scandal that lowered the Pawn Stars show's appeal. Another controversial cast member was Olivia Black, who appeared briefly. She left after 13 episodes after old photographs of her with Suicide Girls surfaced online. Pawn Stars prohibits explicit self-photos online. She works at the shop. After leaving the show, internal disagreements, legal issues, and scandals have ruined the gold and silver pawn shop's reputation. Formerly a successful family business and reality TV star, the challenges Rick's empire faces may eclipse his legacy. Your thoughts on Rick Harrison's scandals? Comment your thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you next time.